Hi guys, and welcome to the lesson number 3. Today, as you can see, we're going to play with some leaves. Now, we're going to do two techniques of painting leaves. We're going to trace over the leaves and color them in, and we're going to paint with the leaves. Isn't that exciting? I'm excited. Let's get started. Let's choose a couple of leaves that we're going to trace around. I will choose these 4 to trace around and these 4 to paint with. Put these ones aside. Let's get our station ready. For this lesson, we're going to need 2 pieces of paper, the plate, 2 brushes, pencil and eraser if you need to, and our favorite paints, and obviously our leaves. So let's position our leaves how we would like them to sit. I might swap that one for a different one. Here we go. And we're going to trace around them. They're pretty different leaves, aren't they? Cool. Move them around a little bit so they look a little bit different. Cool. Let's have a go. Now this little leaf, it's got really nice veins and stuff, so we're going to turn it upside down and flatten it down as much as we can. Take your pencil and just gently follow around the shape of the leaf. Now here, where it's get little teeth or so, just go a little bit gentle and make a little bit exaggerated, maybe lines over the top. Now this is gonna be a little bit tricky. You can move the page around or just get around the other side so you can get all your leaves to stay on the piece of paper. And here we go. We've got one. What we can do is draw a little bit of those leaf veins so that it looks a bit nicer. Let's move these for a second. Let's have a look what it looks like first, and then make the lines to follow towards the point. Make a little bit of a second line here. Now you can see that the leaves have those veins coming out of the middle vein towards the top. So we'll just make it come like that, like little rounded sort of lines. Cool. So you got one leaf. Ta-da! Leaf number 2, position it differently. Once again, just spread it out, have a look at the leaf, turn it around, flatten it down, and let's trace around it. Beautiful. And around the other side, you can put your hand down like this and just gently, don't have to press too hard. Now have a look at these veins. They are different. Every leaf that you find is different. These ones go all the way towards the tip. It's like a basketball type of thing. So you go one for the middle. We'll just do a little double line and one on the side. Here we go. Nice and easy leaf. Now this sucker is gonna be a little bit tricky. Check this out. That's a hard one to trace. Well, let's give it a go. Let's flatten it down. Now let's do one at a time. Put 2 fingers on the leaf. Trace around the top. Move your fingers to the other 2 leaves. Trace around the top. Obviously where you live, you might have or you will have different types of leaves. So just find as many leaves as you like to create the shapes. Here we go. Got one side. Let's do the other side. This is gonna be a bit tricky, so I'm just gonna play with it like that. Here we go, and back and back. This leaf's got lots of fingers, huh? Make a pretend stem. Let's have a quick look with the veins of this leaf. You go straight through the middle and one to each little small leaf. So one through the middle, make a double line, and one small one going to each little leaf. Take your time, there's no rush. just make your little lines. Here we go, got the leaves. And the last one, this one's really shiny. That's a really pretty one. So we'll just move it around this way. Let's put your hand down, flatten it down, and just trace around it. And down, and just trace around it. This is easy leaf. So if you want to find easy leaves to draw around, you're welcome to. Once again, this one's got one in the middle and small ones almost circling down towards the top. Let's do a double line and a couple like so. And we've got leaves. If you make a mistake, you can always rub it out and change it around. So let's take these leaves away. Thank you, leaves. And we're going to do some coloring. Now, there's lots of different ways to color your leaves. You can always go with the colors of the seasons, like your greens and yellows and reds and oranges from all the way from spring to autumn. So let's have a little play maybe with those sort of colors first, from summer to autumn, but with a twist. Let's make green leaves with yellow polka dots. Cool. We've had some paint left over from the last lesson, so we can use that as well, and we don't have to keep wasting the paint. If you are doing this lesson separately on a different day, just put a little bit of each color that you're gonna use onto your plates. So we've got a green. Gonna dab my big brush on the green, and I'm going to choose which leaf I'm gonna do. I'm gonna choose this one to make it green. So just going around the edges of the leaf, and I'm going to leave out the middle section for that vein, for the leaf vein, so I can make the leaf vein maybe a different color, maybe yellow. So we're going to move it around, just around the edges of the leaf. Now you can use a little bit of water, dip in your brush in the water and just pop it on the leaf. That will be a bit more smoother going. Here we go. So we've got green leaf. Here we go. Now, because I used some water, we're going to let this one dry before we put some polka dots on that. Let's have a play with the other leaves. Just gonna move this here. Just gonna dry this right there. Make it here. Make it easier. Here we go. So this one's gonna have some red polka dots soon. Now, for the second leaf, let's do some funky orange leaf for the autumn and make it with stripes. How about stripes in red? Let's do that. So we got orange, orange leaf. Let's do this one. Let's make it even different, because we got stripes already on that leaf. So we can use the shape of the stripes of the leaf. 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll skip one and we'll make another one. So have a look at the shape and design of your leaf and see if you can use the stripes that are on the leaf. It'll be a little challenge for you. And we'll wash it off. Okay. Dab it. And let's choose some orange. That's a bit too close. I actually use orange, sorry. Let's use some red. What was I talking about? I think I said red instead of orange. Okay, here we go. We got orange, we're gonna go red. Don't worry, if you make a mistake, it's all part of fun. With painting, it's always fun to change things around. So orange and red are quite close to each other, colors, but if you put them together nicely, they will create a really nice autumn feel, don't you think? Here we go. It's like a little giant stamp right there. Cool. Now I think we're also gonna put the yellow as the veins. Okay, let's wash our brush again and move on to the number 3 while these two are drying. Okay, so what color are we gonna make these two? I think we should try something with, how about yellow and purple? I think that'd be cool. Let's put a little bit more purple on my plate, maybe a little bit more, and we'll put some yellow in my circle. It's a bit loud, those clips. So I still got red, blue, haven't used the blue yet, so I might use blue on the last one, just for something different. Okay, so let's use green and purple, or did I say yellow and purple? Changing my mind. Okay, let's go purple. I think we can use the shape of this one. And let's do some zigzags. Here we go. A little zigzaggy. Zigzaggy one. Here we go. That's interesting. Okay. I'm just gonna skip one leaf and then go to the next one. I'm going to go up, make like a crown, come back, and to this one. It's gonna be a weird leaf, that one. A little bit more, skip one. Go to the next one. Zigzags. And skip one. And zigzag. And maybe a stem. Okay. Let's do this one. Okay, let's go yellow. I think yellow's gonna be cool. Let's put them on the empty spaces. Cool. Yellow's changing a little bit of color. If you wait, you can obviously wait for the violet to dry and then you can have the yellow a bit brighter. But if you paint like me, the colors will mix and sometimes change to different colors, which is quite exciting because it creates very different ideas, accidentally or not accidentally, and your leaves become alive in a different way. That's a different one. It's definitely not green like it used to be. Okay, and for the last leaf, let's do something with a color that we haven't used yet. Let's go blue. Okay, we'll dry our brush and we'll use some blue. As you can see, I'm using one brush only for all of the paintings on this page. It's just easier with the big one, because why not? Okay, with this one, we've got the shapes going this way. So how about we use the same principle and just use the way the leaves were originally and follow the shape of the veins. Here we go. We skip one, paint the next one. Skip one, make the next one. This one's gonna be an interesting blue leaf. Wait till we start painting the next one too. That's gonna be exciting. Next set of leaves. Okay, so here we go. We skip one and maybe we'll go with a blue stem this time and into a vein. Now What color should we do with blue to be a bit weird? Maybe orange? You can always just paint leaves. You can always just paint leaves more natural colors if you like, with greens, yellows, reds, oranges. But we're having fun, so might as well just create something that's a little bit extraordinary, right? Follow in between the lines and create leaves that are different. Here we go. Ta-da! Very different leaf. Cool. Now, let's go back to these ones. Have they dried enough? I think so. So, we say we're gonna do yellow veins and we're gonna do some red polka dots, right? Yellow polka dots, I think will be better. Okay, let's dry our brush. So we'll go dip your brush in yellow. We're gonna make some stems first. Vein first and into a stem. Ta-da! I think that's pretty cool. And with this one, we'll make a little yellow stem as well. That's pretty. And we'll make some polka dots for something really different. With this brush, it's obviously a stride brush. It's a flat brush, so it's not gonna make a proper polka dot, but we can do some little circles maybe with it. Just dip it in the little circles. So I basically point the brush down and twist it. Here we go. You can wait for the painting to dry a bit longer, or you can just go like me. The leaf is still a little bit wet, but that's okay. Get a little bit more paint on there. Here we go. Ta-da! A little bit more paint. Ta-da! Very different. You can obviously play with it a bit more and add some background. Maybe even do the leaves on separate little pages later on next time when you do it. And then you can have some little pictures to hang up on your wall. Alright guys, let's get started with the project number 2 of painting with leaves. So with this one, we're going to actually use the paint on top of the leaves and we're going to stamp it all over our page to create a very different kind of picture. Let's get started. Let's put these leaves aside so we can see them. And we'll start with a simple one so we can get a feel for it first. Make sure you flatten your leaf a little bit so it's easier to paint on, and perhaps get one of your plates and put it on top of the plate so that way you don't destroy your canvas straight away. So let's do some fun. So what would you like to start with? Should we try a green leaf with some little stripes? Let's try that. So our first painting is gonna be the green one with stripes. I'm gonna put a little bit more paint on each of those sections. There you go, just pile it up. You don't have to use too much paint on any of those, just a little bit is good, because those paints always go a long way. And remember, you can always add a little bit of water to all of those paints as you paint. Here we go. Voila, ready to go. Let's get some green. So we'll paint our leaf like so. I think I'm gonna paint it all first and I'm gonna add some stripes after and see how that works for us. Here we go. A little bit on the stem, just enough so I can grab it at the end. Ta-da! It's so green. Okay, let's get some red. Let's make some little lines. I think that's gonna be cool. That's different. Look at that. A little bit on the top. Ready to see what it's gonna look like? Okay, put it aside. Now let's flip it and place it down and down. Ta-da! Gently, don't move it around too much, because if you move around too much, what's gonna happen? We're probably gonna end up with a mess. And for the final reveal, 3, 2, 1, go! What? That's so cool. I really like that. Okay, let's put this one aside. And we can get one of our little ones and just add a tiny little bit of stem at the end. I think that's pretty cool. I like that. It's a funky looking product. Okay, project, I mean. Okay, let's get this weird looking leaf. Not sure what that plant is called, but I think it's quite an interesting design by nature, don't you think? Okay, let's maybe, what's gonna look nicely here? Maybe let's do some orange and yellow. Okay, let's have some fun. Dry it off a little bit. I always have lots of paint on my brush, because we not painting really, you know, what do you call it, specific colors, so we can mix it up and have some fun with it. Maybe we'll do similar what we did last time, and we just miss a couple of those in the middle and just keep going down. This one, whoa, tricky to hold. I wonder what leaves are you using. So make sure you find some really interesting leaves around your garden or your neighborhood or just outside wherever you live, and challenge yourself. Don't just choose easy leaves. Choose leaves that are hard to make, because that way it will make it more exciting and interesting to look on the piece of paper. Let's have a look. We got some orange. That's gonna look really cool, I think so. Cool. Just painted my finger, but that's okay. We know that we can rinse off this paint really easily. Here we go. Should I put a little bit on the tip? Here we go. Why not? You guys ready? Let's take it gently. Move your plates aside. Here we go, and put it flat. Hold and down. Now this one's tricky, so just dab it from the top. All of the leaves. Whoa, messy good. You guys ready? Let's do it. Haha, interesting. A little bit of the middle is missing, but that's fun. That was cool. Okay, so next leaf. This plate is almost pretty dirty, so I can probably change it for a new one. And let's do the next leaf. Let's mix it up. Actually, let's put a little bit of paint inside there, just to join it together. Just dab it in. Here we go. And a little stem. Ta-da! I think that's cool. Alright, so we got leaf number 3. This one's very similar to this one, so maybe change it around a little bit. Let's try this little interesting one, huh? That's gonna be a tricky one to paint. Or is it? Let's pop it on the plate. And let's make it a different color. Let's make it blue and purple. Should we make, I think we should make it all purple with blue dots, wouldn't you think? Let's have a look. Let's paint all the leaves. Here we go. With a big brush it's actually easy to paint. Check it out. You just hold it by the bottom and just paint everything. Okay, then we take the smaller brush, dab it in the, what did we say, blue? There we go, blue, and put some dots on. This is very exciting. Really cool. That's really cool. Wonder what it's gonna look like in a minute when we put it down on the paper. Okay, lots of dots. Okay, ready? Take it by the stem gently, turn it around, and let's put it down. Now let's dab it. Dab, 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 dab. Dab, 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 dab. Don't let it move too much. Okay, ready? Let's do it. What? That's really cool. It's very pretty. Okay, let's put a little bit of stem on there. Let's use the purple. Just dab, dab. Cool. Pretty. Nice. Okay. I'm just gonna take one more plate and we'll do something a little bit different with the big one here. Okay, let's go crazy. Let's go crazy and make all different colors on this one. Let's mix it up. Let's start with the lightest color and just paint it wherever. Let's go right across. Pack it with some paint. Here we go. Let's go for a little bit of wiping. Let's go for orange and chuck some on there. Here we go, just like so. Let's go for red. Let's put it on the other side, just a little bit in the corner. Wash it, dab it a little bit. Let's go for blue. Let's paint some blue in here, just random. Just cover this whole painting, whole leaf with all different colors. Dab it. Let's go for green. Well, the leaf is already green, but when we put green on the leaf, we'll be able to actually see some paint on the paper. And purple. Here we go, just a little bit of purple here and there. Dab it, dab it. Let's put it on the paper. That's really cool, don't you think? Okay, where should we put it? Just right here? Okay. And flatten it. Dab, dab, dab. Okay, ready? Ta-da! That's a pretty leaf, isn't it? Now, we've got only one leaf left, a tiny one. What should we do with this one? We've got leftover paint here. Maybe we can just put it flat on there. Let's try, what color combination we haven't tried yet? Maybe red and blue? Let's go. Let's dab it in there. Since our fingers are already a bit dirty, doesn't matter. Let's put it down here. Dab, dab, dab. And here we go. A beautiful painting with leaves. So many different combinations. Cool. Let's grab the other paint picture and have a quick look. So here are the leaves that we colored in, traced, and here are the leaves that we did, painting the leaves and stamping them. Which ones do you like better? Thank you for today's lesson, and I'll see you in lesson number 4.